أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We are commemorating the martyrdom of Sayyid al-Shuhada, Imam Hussain alayhi salam. These are the days of Muharram, and in the second majlis we will mention the departure of Sayyid al-Shuhada from Karbala. Imam Hussain alayhi salam left Karbala in 60 Hijrah on the 28th of Rajab. When Sayyid al-Shuhada had been called to the palace or the governor house by Walid and Marwan, la'anatullahi alayhima, they asked him to pay allegiance to Yazid. When he was called over, it was Zainab salamullahi alayha, when she heard that Imam Hussain alayhi salam has been called by Walid and Marwan, she quickly came over and said, "Oh my brother, I will not allow you to go by yourself. I do not trust these men." Imam Hussain alayhi salam said, "My place of shahada is not Madina. I will be killed in Karbala. Rest assured, I will be fine." She said, "I would tell the Shabab of Bani Hashim, the youth of Bani Hashim, Hashemites, to accompany you." He said, "That's fine." She quickly called Al-Abbas alayhi salam. She called Ali Akbar alayhi salam. She called her two sons, On and Muhammad Qasim. They say 18 young men came, and she said, "Please accompany my brother when he is going to Marwan and Walid, and do not let anything happen to my brother, for I will not forgive you if anything happens to my brother in your presence." Abbas alayhi salam promised his sister Zainab salam alayha and said that, "I promise you, so long as I am alive, I will not allow anything to happen to my brother." So they all came, and Imam Hussain asked them to remain outside and do not enter. He said that when you hear that I raise my voice, then come in. Otherwise, do not come in. So both Walid and Marwan, they said to Imam Hussain alayhi salam that a sad news has come from Damascus. Muawiyah has died, and Yazid has now become the ruler of the Muslims, and he is your Khalifa. So pay allegiance to him. Imam Hussain said, "If it is something good, then why are you asking me in a closed place? Why don't you ask me tomorrow in front of all the people in Masjid al-Nabi?" He said, "No, we want you to pay allegiance here now, and this should not become big. There will be consequences if you do not pay allegiance to Yazid." He said, "I will not pay allegiance to Yazid, and if you want an answer in public, I will tell you in public. You can ask me tomorrow in the city and not in a closed place." Marwan, while performing wudu, he quickly pointed to Walid, doing this, meaning kill Hussain. This is the best moment, kill him now. It made Imam Hussain alayhi salam dislike their action, and he raised his voice and he said, "A'anta taqtuluni am huwa?" Who will kill me, you or him? He said it loudly. When he raised his voice, the young men of Bani Hashim heard, and they wanted to open the door and come in, but the doors wouldn't open because they had been locked from inside. So Abbas alayhi salam pushed the door down, and when he broke the door, he came in. They all pulled out their swords and said, "Mawla, tell us, who do we kill?" He said, "No, Abbas, hold your swords back. These are the plains, this is the land of Madina, the haram of my grandfather, the Holy Prophet. Do not kill anyone. We should leave." Whenever I remember this incident, another incident comes to mind. In the month of Rajab, 60 Hijrah, Imam Hussain alayhi salam, when he raised his voice, nothing had happened to him. But 18 young men came into the hall and said, "O Hussein, tell us, what should we do?" And on the 10th of Muharram, 61 Hijrah, there comes the Asr time, the time in the eve when Imam Hussain alayhi salam says, "Hal min nasirin yansuruna? Hal min mughithin yughithuna? Hal min dhabin yadhubun harami Rasulullah?" Is there anyone to help us? He says those words and no one comes. He cries and he says, "O Abbas, I helped you to ride your horse. O Ali Akbar, I helped you to ride your horse. O Qasim, come and see what is happening to me. Come and see, I'm all lonely, I'm all by myself. Come and see what is happening. I'm all by myself." The riwayah says that one of his sisters came out of the tents and said, "O Hussein, I am still alive if you need help." He says, "O Zainab, go back to the tents. Irja'il al-fustat." O Zainab, go back to the tents. I'm only mentioning to the people how lonely I am. He did not allow his sister to come out in his lifetime. He said, "It hurts me because I know what will happen to you." This is still Madina. Now, from Ashura, from Karbala, I'm going back to Madina. What happened in Madina? He came back to the house and he told his brother Abbas, "Prepare the list of the people who will be traveling with us to Iraq. We will be leaving on the 28th. When Abbas alayhi salam started preparing the list, he wrote down the names of all the people Imam Hussain told him. He said, "Write the name of Ali Akbar. Write the name of my son Ali ibn Hussain Zainul Abidin. Write the name of my son Ali ibn al-Asghar. Write the names of all the people." He mentioned his sisters. He said, "Write the name of Zainab al-Kubra, Kulthum, Ruqayya, all the different sisters, Khadija," mentioned the names. And then he told him about his wives who will be accompanying him. The names of Rabab and Layla. Then he mentioned his daughters, Fatima Kubra, Sayyida Sakina, Ruqayya. But he did not mention the name of one of the daughters, Fatimah Sughra. Sayyid Ni'matul Jazairi mentions her. The son-in-law of Allama Muhammad Baqir Majlisi, Sayyid Ni'matul Jazairi. He says in Al-Anwar al-Nu'maniya, Noor Hussaini, volume number 3, he mentions that Hussain alayhi salam had a little daughter who was unwell. She looked like Fatimah Sughra, her grandmother. When Imam Hussain alayhi salam on the 28th of Rajab started telling everyone that, "O Abbas, place the camels down and start preparing to leave." The ladies were leaving and came a little girl and said, "Father, why are you not taking me?" So he said, "You are unwell." She said, "Father, I promise you, I will not complain on the way, and I will not cry. I will not ever say that I am ill and I am unwell. Please take me with you." Sayyidul Shuhada said to her that, "Oh, my daughter, you have to remain in Madina with your grandmother Ummul Baneen and my grandmother Salama." So she stayed back and Sayyid Ni'matul Jazairi says that she wrote a letter to her father. She wrote a letter to her father saying, "Father, please call me. I want to see you." She gave the letter to a qasid, to a person to take the message to Imam Hussain alayhi salam. The person said, how will I recognize your father, Hussein? She said, it's very easy. The person who has the most light on his face, he will be sitting. On his right will be my uncle, Abbas. On his left will be my brother Ali Akbar. Give my salams to my father and say that I miss him and I miss my brothers and sisters. Tell him, call me over. I want to be with you all. So Ibn Ni'matul Jazairi says in Anwar al-Nu'maniyah that the qasid, the person taking the message, the messenger reached Karbala on the day of Ashura, when the body of Ali Akbar alayhi salam was on the ground, who had lost his life. Sitting next to him was Imam Hussain alayhi salam. He says that the qasid, the messenger reached and he said, I have a message for Hussein from his daughter. Can anyone tell me where is Hussein? So one of the soldiers from the army of Yazid pointed towards Imam Hussain and said, that man sitting next to that body is Hussein. The messenger came forward and he said, your daughter wrote a letter for you. Imam Hussain alayhi salam read the letter. It does not mention the details in the Ni'matul Jazairi's book Al-Anwar al-Nu'maniyah. Imam Hussain cried and he placed the letter on the chest of Ali Akbar. The body of Ali Akbar trampled, some blood was on the letter, and he said, take this letter. In a few moments I will be calling, Hal min nasirin yansuruna, leave before you hear me. If you hear me, it will be wajib upon you to help me. It will be for so many such and such distance you will be able to hear me. So leave before. He said, what is the answer for the letter? What do I tell your daughter? What did you answer? He said, she will understand the answer when she sees the letter. He said, I'm not sure who you are, but I see that you are very oppressed. You're a person going through a lot of tyranny. What your daughter described for me, I do not see here. He asked, what did my daughter describe to you? She said, her uncle Abbas will be on your right and her brother Ali Akbar will be on your left. And you will be sitting, resting on your chair. He said, tell her Abbas and Ali Akbar have both left this world. She will understand. I am not sure if the qasid ever came back to Madina to tell that daughter of Imam Hussain alayhi salam what happened to her. He probably understood, the messenger understood, that it will be difficult for a daughter to take the pains. But let me describe. Some scholars say that when the people came back from Karbala, there was a little girl standing on the door of the house of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And she looked at all the ladies that they had changed. She could not recognize a lot of them. What did you go through that you have changed? Your hair have turned white. And she only asked one lady, her mother, Rubab. She said, mother, when you were leaving Madina, you had a little baby in your hands. What has happened to my brother? Rubab said, do not ask any questions. Amongst men, only your brother Sajjad has come, and amongst the children, only your nephew Muhammad al-Baqir has come back. Do not ask for anyone else, for we cannot describe what happened in Karbala. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون.